will Indians tolerate if there is a one party system that looks after the national interest and the well being of the entire nations? As Indians are too sensitive about democracy, which means colonized democracy. You know what? Indians tolerate everything. Look at the history of the past 1000 years. They have tolerated anything, they have survived. And today we are tolerating this fake secularism, which is the Hindu phobic state. Our constitution is Hindu phobic, our laws are Hindu phobic, our government policies are Hindu phobic, our temples are under siege, our temples' wealth is stolen by the government and used for non religious purposes and whatnot. So Indians tolerate everything. Indians tolerate everything. Indians are like sheep today, unfortunately, right? So if there is a one party system that looks after the national interest, Indians will tolerate that too. Indians don't worship democracy. Indians worship nothing. They just want to be left alone and live their life in peace. That's the average Indian person. That's the average Indian citizen, man, woman, child. They just want to live in peace and pursue their own life and do whatever they can. It doesn't matter what is the system on top. So I am sure that Indians would very much tolerate a one party system that looks after the national interest and the well being of the entire nation. The media will rebel against that, but the media is an agent of outside forces. The media is an agent of the so-called international community. Do you know what the international community is? Let me show you the international community. This is the international community. So when we use the term international community doesn't like this, it means these countries only. The rest of the world doesn't apply. So when the media talks about the interests and the perceptions of the international community, the international community will never accept this. It means that these few countries will not accept it. The New York Times has this worldview. The New York Post, the Guardian, the NDTV, the Quint, the Squint, the Print, whatever, they all espouse this worldview. They are agents of this so-called international community. The real international community is the entire world, which are marginalized. So it doesn't matter. The media will complain, ignore them. But the Indian public, the Indian people will definitely tolerate a one party system for sure. They have tolerated everything else. They have tolerated much worse in the past 1000 years. A one party system that looks after the national interest will be a change for the better. So yeah, Indians will tolerate it for sure.